Hello and welcome to another episode of Ctrl Alt, dammit. Today is Wednesday, May the 8th, and in this episode we're going to be talking more about the Helldivers 2 situation. I also have stories about Xbox, Hades 2, Remedy Entertainment, as well as Nintendo. As always, thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch this video, and let's get right into it. In Monday's video, we talked about Sony's decision to force players of Helldivers 2 on PC into creating and linking a PlayStation Network account. Just moments before that video went live, I found out that Sony had reversed the very unpopular decision, stating that they had heard the feedback. They went on to say that they were still learning what is best for PC players, which, as a company who has mostly dealt with consoles until recently, kind of feels like a fairly valid statement. Concerning though is the fact that before they walked back their decision, they doubled down by removing access to the game on Steam in the countries and territories affected by no access to PSN. There's no way that this left a good taste in players' mouths or a guarantee that they would come back. While the recent reviews on Steam have risen back from overwhelmingly negative to mixed, and all reviews now mostly positive, it does make me wonder how much of Sony's decision was actually based on player feedback and review bombing, and how much was simply based on money or a loss thereof. I'm not sure if the data of how many people received refunds exists, but I can't imagine that this felt good on Sony's wallet. To the best of my knowledge, PlayStation games that have previously been ported to PC haven't required any type of account linking, but I do believe Helldivers is the first PlayStation Studios game to simultaneously launch on console and PC. Hopefully this will go in their lesson learned book and we won't have to see any more goof-ups like this. Meanwhile, another concern is that normally review bombing doesn't do much more than make a lot of noise for a few days, but I feel like this instance is being considered a win and will only lead to loud people being louder simply because they can. Xbox is shutting down Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks while merging Alpha Dog Studios and Roundhouse Games into ZeniMax Online Studios. Half of this story makes sense. The other half is a real, wait, seriously? moment. On one hand, we have the highly regarded studio putting out a very poorly received game in Redfall, which, as I talked about in Monday's video, still owes players DLC that they paid an extra $30 for. And on the other hand, you have a studio that made one of the best award-winning Xbox games in recent history. In February 2023, Tango CEO and founder left the company, which may have played some role in this decision, but that was well over a year ago, so it's unclear if this has any bearing on it at all. Regarding the Redfall DLC that never arrived, according to Arcane, it never will. But players will receive a quote-unquote make good refund offer instead. Having previously laid off 1,900 employees, Microsoft seems to want that number to go higher. For the time being, Arcane Lion, the team that is working on Blade, is still intact. Recently, we talked about the Hades 2 technical test and the possibility of it hitting early access soon. Well, soon is now. Yesterday, Hades 2 did in fact hit early access on Steam. Currently listed at $29.99, the game has snagged over 7,000 reviews already and is sitting at an overwhelmingly positive rating. While I've not had the opportunity to play yet, the game looks phenomenal and I will be diving into it soon. As with any early access game, there's going to be bugs and things that don't work as intended, but if the original early access of Hades is any indication, you should be getting an already well-polished game that will thrive on player feedback until at least the end of this year. As of writing, Hades 2 already has a peak count of over 97,000 players. Not much was known and may never be known about a co-op multiplayer game from developer Remedy, codenamed Kestrel. The Unannounced game has been cancelled to allow the studio to focus on and reallocate the team to other ongoing projects like Ctrl 2, the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake, and another multiplayer game codenamed Condor, which is based on Control. Condor, like Max Payne, has been moved into full production. Having no game development knowledge of my own, I'm very curious how moving the Kestrel team to other projects will affect their development timelines. One could assume that this will decrease the time needed, but I only play the games, I don't make them. I'm very excited to see more about the Max Payne remake and especially Control 2. If you haven't played either of these titles, now is a great time. Or play them again. On May the 7th, Nintendo President Furukawa said that there would be an announcement of what will essentially be the Switch 2 in this fiscal year, which is sometime between now and the end of March next year. He went on to say that there would be no announcement of a Switch successor during the June Nintendo Direct. There have been a ton of alleged leaks regarding the possible specs of a new Switch, but I'm unsure of the merit of these leaks, so I will save that for another video. But what would you like to see upgrade-wise in a new Switch? Tell me down below. Fallout New Vegas and Grounded developer Obsidian seems to be working on or getting ready to work on a cross-platform RPG built in Unreal Engine. A job listing for a senior environment artist was posted and seeks a talented and self-motivated artist to be responsible for expertly creating aesthetically pleasing environments. Online speculation has almost immediately shifted to a New Vegas sequel, but it could also possibly be related to an Outer Worlds sequel. Then again, it could be neither of those. Until we learn more, there's nothing more than speculation, but hopefully we'll be able to learn more about what game the job is hiring for very soon. And that's going to do it for this episode of Ctrl Alt Dammit. As always, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to watch the episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and consider subscribing. As always, reminder that I stream on Twitch Sunday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We play a lot of different stuff, and I'd love to get to know you and have you in the community. Come check us out at twitch.tv/dammit-to-hell. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in Friday's episode. And until then, be safe, be sexy, touch your butt.